Little white in the face. 5 likes. I haven't said a word. Must be my best video ever. Stay quiet. Stay quiet. I have to figure out what the hey Jeremiah, what's happening. I'm not really sure what I'm giving anybody or doing. I'm just doing. I had a full head of stuff to talk about. I did one little video this afternoon. I've been into discs today. Paint. What is a red can? What is a straight line? The greatest thing about a straight line is we can make a round. Is anybody able to figure it out? Not only that if you put a little screw, you see that spot over here? If I put my screw in here, this will go up high and this will go down low. Right? That'll be like my number 8. What is number 8? It's above and below. What is the 0? What is above and what is below? This is a question I'm asking myself. There was a 0 here, and the 0 here would look like an 8. But what would the 0 on top of it count for? 00 roulette. And is there a space when you create the digital dots? See, this is a 6 card connecting dots. I can draw number 7 in it. But what does 8 really design? What does it do? What does the H tell us? Take this out of here. I can't even see it. What does the H tell us? The distance in between, the 24-hour day, and the average, moving average between the high and the low, or the above and below. The above and below what? The above and below what the close was yesterday? If we were talking about stocks where it opened yesterday and the above and below? Is it the above and below where you need to relax and there has to be an above and below? Is it like driving down the highway really quick and then driving really slow and then you get your average speed, but your speed should be just above and below the speed that's designated for the area for a reason of allowing to stop, I guess. Not really sure. Rounds, so much round. Wow, look at that. Looks so nice. Nice and round. Nice and round. You can almost look at that. It fits. It's like my new hat. It's my new hat. Just in case they don't know and they want to hit me in the head. Okay. I'm really not sure what I'm going to do, but you do have to give me about 62 seconds. I'll be back. I have to take a drink of something, a little of this, mix of that. I'll be back, coming back. Okay, here I come. Carrot juice, VC15, and some kind of magnesium mix. Delicious. Okay, just a new kind of code that I was looking at. Where's my pen? Great. I don't have the pen I wanted that I had before that I was working with. Here it is. AJS. This is the first letter. This is the 10th letter. And this is the 19th letter. 0, 1, 10, 19. 1 plus 9 equals to 10. All zeros equal 6. This becomes 16. This becomes 16. This becomes 61. I like to say the word church. I like to say the half-life. I like to go the spirit. In math, it would be 91. 7 by 13 equals to 91. 13, 26, 39, 52. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. This is our vibration. The connecting vibration to this would be 6, would be 7, would be 8. So this would be 8 times 3, 24 and 80, 104, or 24 and 8, which would be 86, the house planet. I should rip this out and start again. Give me a second. I want to do this with you. I like when it's neat. You went a little fast. Don't want to go fast. I like to go slow. What are we doing? We're building. We're building the truth. The truth, the absolute truth. What the numbers say, mix it up with a little vibration, and everything else that was created before I tear apart what they have given us as information. Who is they? What are they? Does it really matter? It's a game, like Sudoku, crossword, and anything else. It's all a game, and however it might work out, tell us a story in the future. I wish this wasn't like this. They made a stand where the leg shows over here, and I don't think I can twist. Can I twist this? No, everything's in the place it should be. Anyways, made poorly. Can I twist this? Oh, I guess I could. I'll do it my way. All right. I'm not sure if you can see this properly. So we're going to go 1 as A, and then we're going to go 10 as J, and then we are going to go 19 as S. 0, 1, 10, and 19. 61, and this one would become 16 and 19. Then we take this one step further. This will become 10. If I took this one step further, this would be 0, 7, and this one would be 0, 7. See, this goes on to the next level where these reduce. The single digits reduce. The double digit reduces. This double digit increases. So this one would become 67, 67, and 16. Now, how are we going to add these? We'll just add them just like that. This will be 30. Otherwise, it'll be 10 and 2. So I like to see this as birth. Birth, moon. Because all zeros will now equal to 6. We will now have 216. I like to say 216, and this is 9 times 24. It's a Mayan count. 9 days and then 1 day of creation. The 1 day that it took to create the rest. It took only 1 day because it was only day before they made day and night, if you want to look at it that way. This can also look like 36. All zeros equal 6. Okay, so this would be 36. How did I get 210? I got 210 by saying 1 and 1 is 2, 9 and 1 is 10. Otherwise, it's 30 creation. This 2 and 10, okay, this 2 and 10, 2 and 10 will now be 2 and 16, which is B and P. We won't count it as blood pressure. The total is 18, or the letter R, the resident angel. When you have 18, you already know the French language tells you that the series of the same pronunciation or exchange with numbers is 17, 18, and 19. So if you have 17, 18, you must now have 17, 18, and 19. 18 is 17. Where's that creation from? 17 is created from 52. 18 is created from, I don't remember, was it 29? I forget where 18 comes into its creation. Number 19 comes created from number 13, or 1 and 3. And 4 times 1 and 3 vibration will create the 52.
How did we get 18? Is it 6 times 3, 18? Does 18 come with 9? I'm just trying to figure out, because 18 is a perfect number because the letters in the alphabet to create it are I and R. 2 times 9 and 2 times 9 is that 18. 3 times 6 and 3 plus 6 equals 2. 18 equals to 9 or 09, which becomes 69 rotation of 18 equaling to 87 G and H in one cycle gateway to above and below the digitals of time. Time can be moving faster in one area and slower in another. Or in the center is the clock, and then each area runs a different period of time. And in Monopoly, okay, in Monopoly, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, and 48. And this is where Monopoly steps in, right over here, between the 40 and the 48. This is your size of the Monopoly board, creates the word purple, blue, purple, and sun. And there was a mix today in which I saw where 48 and 54 came together, and I have to look through my papers where those two things came together, because it becomes sun of Pluto, of area 25, Earth 52, space. I'm on top of myself. Space 44, which will create phi. I don't know how they all work, but areas 18, 19, and 6. 19 and 6, 1 and 18 is 19 plus 6, 25. Area Earth. Okay, creating area space coming through Pluto. Pluto is numeric value 84. 84, okay, is 7 times 12. Something to do with the red sun. The 48 is 4 times 12. And 7 and 4 will create Jesus, time on the cross. I mean, I'm not really sure. This is what it says. I don't know what anything means. We have this over here, and that each area is a period of time, and one is above and one is below. And don't forget, this goes right into the ground. There's another thing I was doing was sizes. I have to go back to the last page. I want to show you what I meant by sizes. When we talk about skull bones, this is a skull bone writing. See the size of this E? This is the full E, where life or anything that goes on happens inside of here. But in order to have movement, this is way too small, this E. I need an in-between line. Okay, you see this size of the E? I'm going to need, I'm just going to see if I can do this right. I don't know if I have this right. You see this sort of, whoop, let me move the camera down, up. Move the camera. See where this sort of looks like an E over here? In order to make movement in this E, I need full passage. And I'm just going to do this off the top of my head. How would I do this passage? I need to go here, and I can pass on this line here. So I need a double space so I can pass on this line here. And I have to go this way. And since there's enough space, so there's not enough space here, I'm going to have to take this and cut it off here, because the E shows you that it's larger on one side than it is the bottom. And then I would have to come down 2 spaces, and then I would do it this way, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then I'd go 2 out, and that would be my E. Let me see if I got that right. Not really sure if I got it right. But it's still an awkward E. It's still not presentable, but this is the smallest I can make with having a passage. When I talk about the passage, I'm talking about from here to up here to up here, and this would be my skull bone inside the E. Can we just say this was the 3 and this was the E? Then it shows 2 passages over here, and I don't like the size of it, but at the same time, it's proving that in order to create it, we need a 5, or if we want to do it the other way, okay, we'll just show you on a smaller board. I'll just take inside and show you where the 2 is inside of it. So the upper side shows the 5, the lower side shows the 2, but between them both, they are connected. They're connected right over here. Here, and then down here, if you take a look, it's connected. So anyways, even if I can't do it from the small E, I can't make this 5 in the small E, but in the big E, I can make that formation. Another piece I wanted to talk about is the sheep. Is it a wild animal? Sheep. Sheep. But it's not sheep. It's supposed to be lamb. 12, 13, 26, 28. Cycle of the moon. Runs by the numeric value of the lamb. So what's the pregnancy of the lamb? And how many? The lamb, I think, has 2 nipples. I try to compare animals together. The lamb, the animals on the farm. It's not for nothing, all this information. You can say to yourself, let me take this camera out. And you can say to yourself, well, why do they call it a cow? Why do they call it a horse? How come they call it the barnyard animals? Look at that nice little sheep. But if you really look and put everything in their own perspective, the meat of wild animals has a stronger smell. Well, so does the meat of a sheep. And they also call it an agneau in French. And that's almost talking. If you listen, if you're French and English and you don't understand so well, agneau is almost like a lock. Born to be a sheep because you're an agneau. It almost sounds like an anneau, which is a ring. Garbage is 1 foot from me. I think I missed the wires. The thing, I think I want a wire that comes from the roof. Wires, that these wires, look at, there's not a straight wire here. How can I untangle this mouse? The wire is ugly. It collects little dust pieces and particles. Anyways, yeah, so the sheep, the lamb, the sheep is 28, 38, 48, 54. You got numeric value 54 for the sheep. So the sun and the cycle of the moon. Let me do this over here. Let me try and make this neat. You can't see it. I could. Sheep, S and H. No, I must have made a mistake. I definitely made a mistake. Let me count that again. S 19, H8 is 27, EE is 37, and 16 is 53. Electric company. Any craps? Lamb is 2, 15, 16, 28. So I got the right numeric value for lamb. There was another design. The word love is a very special word because the L and the O are opposites of each other. The V and the E are opposites of each other. So you have the Love, and in the design, the simple design, one of the first designs is the way the V, the Taurus, and these letters come together to connect each other. Okay, and when you take off these parts of the letters and you just run with this letters, you have U and F, FU. Just a funny thing. Don't really know. Just thinking. Cine almost means cinema, but at the same time, it's telling me my birth and the skies of Saturn. And watch out for this word that's going to be coming up in the world, Nesera. There's going to be Nesera and Gisera, which is the representation of the sun and the moon of the one spirit of time. Okay, and what this is going to do is you'll have to look it up. Gisera and Nesera, run by the electrons of the sun and the moon. That's the way I see it. Sign over your papers. I don't even want to say it. It's just you ever anyways, we'll talk about something else, but have you ever seen these letters? NG stands for no good, right? These letters. So high and low, 5 and 2, above and below is 1 and 2. Let me get away from this. It's funny the way I don't really know if we ever went into this part. I'd like to know, hold on a second, if we ever went into the part talking about George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. Are they the first two presidents? And we have to remember the George Washington and the Lincoln Tunnel, and the Washington is now a bridge. So is it the tunnel or the bridge? How are we linking the two towns? Washington. So we're now linking. We're linking something. We're linking a Washington bridge and a Lincoln tunnel. And where are we connecting these two? The Washington Bridge connects which town to which town, because this is a story. So you can probably say to yourself, well, just names, just who made up the names? Well, just another human being made up the names. But if you think that there is more to life than the actual reality that is perceived by the normal human being, then yeah, it's nothing. Look, somebody picked a name, big deal, right? But then if you believe in Matrix, if you believe that you just believe that there is more than just the singular planet in the sky, then yeah, it's just a name. But if our information and our energies, and we are connected beyond, and information is being transferred into us, and we think we're doing it all on our own, but yet we're still guided. That's the way it is, whether you like it or not. I could be wrong, but that's okay. I wanted to talk about and continue on what I was talking about. I've got pens. I just want to put them over here. Put this one in there. Put that one in there. Put that one in there. That is garbage. Hope it didn't fall out of the garbage can because it's full. I got my keyboard down here. It should be up there. I've got like 65 different lighters in the house. And I wanted to talk about this piece of paper that I wrote out. The seconds, the minutes, the hours compared to each other. If I say 6 hours, it's how many minutes, how many seconds, what is it going to touch, what is it going to connect to? Can't find my cat. Somebody has him, but it's okay. He's out there somewhere. Good hands. I want to go over what I started. Oh, I found the paper I was looking for. Fantastic. I have to bring it in tomorrow morning. I want to go back to how I began an early part of this video with this sheet, and I'm going to explain it to you. Right now, I'm going absolutely nowhere. I am going to tell you a funny story. I ordered a part for my truck, and then I saw that there was a $5 discount that I can probably get, or a 5% discount I can get. So I went ahead and canceled it, and now I try to put 2 orders out for it. And they say until it's canceled on Monday, I can't reorder the part with the discount. So it's caused more trouble to save that 5% than anything else. Was it worth my time? Okay. George Washington Bridge, Lincoln Tunnel. Okay. Okay, we're going to go back to where we were before, talking about AJ and S. AJ and S are the first letter in the alphabet, and all the number 1 letters in the alphabet that add up to a single digit of 1. So let me unscrew my camera here. Whoa. You ever see this? Right? Whoa. Unscrew that camera, right? Can't do it upwards. Okay. Don't want to play with your eyes. Okay, let me read these things over here. I'm going to start with JG. And did you know that J and G, the French exchanged their letter sounds, and they are the 7th and 10th letter and come out from the creation of the numeric value of the 1/4 life of Earth. 2 times 5, 10. 2 plus 5, 7. Total is 17. Q, automatically they take with it 18 and 19. We were talking about AJS before, but I want to go back and see what JG said. Insurrection Act of 1807 was just signed, I think. Lockdown America. Wow. Is that going to be good for, what's it going to be bad for? What's it going to be good for? Baba humbug, I'm a black goat. You're a black goat. Hold on a second. Go AT. Ah, this is the transmission. It's 200 and it's 400. Which I have to figure out what these exactly are. 266, 466. I think this here has to do with communication. This one over here. Where am I? Has to do with communication. I have to think of my numbers. And 200 would be C, and this one would be CD. Okay, this is the creation disc, hot and cold. This is the Christ, and this is the creation disc, the CD. This is created prior. This is created from your number 13 when man came in. This is your AC/DC. And why do I say this? This is a monopoly number. When I got 200, it's telling me I just passed go and I collect. Here I landed on go. So now I can see both directions, direction here and direction here. Where do I get CD from? I have to figure that one out myself. Just give me a second over here. Oh, CC, yes. C equals 100 and D equals to 500. So you're talking about 600. When you got 400, you got 600, the same way you have this scenario over here. It's not me. It was created before. They created it, not me. It's nothing to do with me. Back in black. CCR. Yeah. It's 3. Yeah, the residency, CCR residency. Creation of the angel resident. 339. The skies. Here, little kitty. Yeah, I know, kitty. Yeah, shut down, people. Yeah, thump. Our new thump. You know what? It's funny. On this channel, just to get off what I'm doing right now, but it's just funny, okay? We're just a few of us here. We can discuss this. That so far, I'm not sure, but I think we all see the same scenario. I really don't know what's true, and I'm hoping certain things are true. It's what I've seen for years, but it doesn't mean. Anyways, I don't want to get into that. Yes, it would be a great thing. What's going to happen to the markets, and the reason I say that is there's a lot of people that see things different. A bad thing happened today that doesn't change my life, and it makes a lot of people happy, but not me. I cannot tell you what it is, and I shouldn't open up a bag of worms, but everybody knows that the ace of spades is being pushed around right now. And if you want to know where the ace of spades is, in French, they call the ace of spades a pick. A pick is like a needle. And what's at the end of that needle, we don't know. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you what I was talking about at the beginning over here. AJS is your first letter in the alphabet, the 10th letter and the 19th. If we want to move the alphabet up and start the alphabet at number 5 and call A5, because inside 5 there's a single dot, and that's your A, we can move the alphabet up. We can say A is 5. We can say A is 9. And then we can go through the 26 letters of the alphabet. Okay, start this one here. You would have Z 35, because 9 counts for the first one. You don't count the first 8. 1 through 8 are gone. So now we would look at the game of pool. And I'm just throwing these things out right here because I can see them. Okay, and since I threw the first 8 and the 9 starts with the birth, and the 1 is yellow and the 9 is yellow, the 8 is the connecting heaven. Okay, the 9 would be first. Well, we had an alphabet before that started at 1. Yeah, 1 through 26. Now we fell down 1 backwards over here. So now it's the first letter A and the last letter is 35. When we add up all these numbers together, the normal alphabet from 1 through 26 equals to a total of 351. And where does that come from? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 all the way to 26 is 351. Now we're going to start at number 9 and end at 35. So I already know that 1 through 8 equals to 36. Sorry about that. Let's do this slow because I'm doing it for the first time. 1 through 8 equals to 36. So I have to take away 36 from this number here, and that would leave me with 325. Now I have to add on the 27. When I go to 1 through, wow, I need more paper. 1 through 36 equals to 666. 666 minus the 36 equals to 630, minus the 36 again equals to 594. Is that correct? Does anybody have that answer? Yes and no. Okay, I didn't get that one right away. Is what's going on yes and no? I got to watch some of your videos that everybody sent. Just can't answer you right away because a lot of it goes into the spam box in YouTube. And then once I accept it, it asks me to accept it. When I accept it, it throws it back at the video. Instead of me going to the video and seeing where you are and leave you a comment, it just disappears from the spam box, and I'm not sure where it is after sometimes. So if you don't see something from me, sorry about that. Sometimes I don't put in the effort and use my patience that I should. So anyways, no big deal. So now let's add up 9 through 35, and it should equal to this number here. And the reason it should add to that number here is because the number 36 is missing, and 1 through 8 equals to 36. So I have to take away 72 from 666 minus 72 equals to 4. Carry this becomes a 5. 16 becomes 594. So instead of it being 351, the first alphabet, the second alphabet becomes 594, and the difference is 243 our vibration. Just so funny. 243 our vibration. 243 DC. So anyways, we saw that. Interesting or not, I'm not sure if you really understood it, but anyways, let's get back to, you can also April, July, if you want to look at it that way. We finished with the numbers over here. I added the numbers 61 and 16, 6, 7, and 9 is 16, and then 8 and 16. And this is where phi would come in. Phi, PH9, 4 times 4, 4 plus 4, area space, phi in the spirit. So if you know mathematics, okay, T minus a couple of seconds. Are you talking the countdown of what's going on out there that we don't know? Here is 0, 7, 0, 7, and 10. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 6 is 7. So we have the total of 24. Phi in the 24 communication, 9 lives of the cat. And then we have 67, 67, 67. Sorry, and we get to this one. We get to 87. It becomes our GH and our gateway between two areas. And don't forget, if you go through one area, if you go through one circle, you have to come out of another circle. And imagine if it's going around this way, and you can say, hey, look, there's a black hole. but it's a black hole to go in and not to go out. Maybe you don't go out the same way you came in, because you came in somewhere. You didn't come here with your mother. Your mother delivered. Your mother had you. Right, there you go. And this one over here becomes 7 and 7, and 6 becomes 20. And this becomes 6, 6, and 7 becomes 13. This becomes 48. This becomes 4. And this becomes the 6. This becomes 48. This would be the sun of Pluto again. Area, space, and phi. Another thing for this is we'd have to multiply everything by 2, 3, and 4 like I did before. And that's for your vibration, so we get a different take on each one of the levels. I did it over here. I'm going to change the page and do it again. I'm not sure who can follow me, who's following me, who understands what I'm doing right now. I was working on number 13. Yes, I was working on this number over here. It could be 91. It could be 61. It could be 16. It could be 19. It really doesn't matter. It's all connected to the same numeric situation, either by reversing the sides and it's just a number, or because it's been flipped upside down and it counts from another person's point of view. The 19, well, if you do mathematics, these are the calculations: 1 times 9, 1 plus 9, 1 times 6, 1 plus 6. And this one will end up to be 19, 13, 13, 19, in which will become 10, in which will become 16, in which will become 04, 04, and this will become 16. So I'm just showing you what happens to the numbers, how they turn all around. Yeah, roam. What comes around roams around. Right, right. I just hope it. Anyways, Cheerios. So now what I was talking about is number 13. Where did we get 13? I was talking about the half-life 13. 13 times 7 creates the 91. The 91. The deck of cards. 13 cards times 7 equals to 91. 1 times 3. 1 plus 3 equals to 3 and 4. 3 times 4, 3 plus 4, and then you're back to your number 19 again. 13, 14, and 15 because of the 13 here. So we're going to run the vibration. First, we're going to add it, and it equals to 28 cycle of the moon. To add it, and then we are going to add it. 7 and 4 equals to 11, equals 17Q on the minus side, and 39. 39 is made up of 20 and 10 and 9. 09. We're going to put 09. So now we're going to go back to the 13. The 13, 26, 39, the 52. You know, when you start off in sections, we start off in the first section, and then we start off in the next section. 52, 65, 78, 91. 3 times and 4 times. The Earth 52 is in the center, and 3 times and 4 times because our phones tell us different stories. And I like to use North America because it seems like in North America, everything became basic. A lot of slangs came out to be basic. This is the way I see it, and this is the way the story seems to be representing. So we did 13, 26. So here we would have man's bar mitzvah. Here we would have the God, the dog. We would have the card, and we'd have the game. I'm not really sure, but we have the word sky over here. But other words that come with number 39, I'm not really sure of right now, besides the word Saturn. I like to call the Saturn skies because when I use these numbers, it spells out sky. 52 is Earth's heart. This is the student. And the student is student. The student entity, the stud entity, the horse, the entity, okay, creator and cometh from the sun. Number 41 equals 30 in creation and 11. Where do I get that? I get that by 6 times 5 equals to the 30, and 6 plus 5 equals to the 11, equaling to the 41, and you minus the 11, it equals to the 19, and that would be the spirit ID, which the numeric value will create number 54. And this one will come back to create DC and the moon. And 19 always comes along with 18 and 17, where Mars, student resident, of the moon, Heinz 57, and Jack, Union Jack. Jack being number 25 and Union being number 73, where you have neon inside the word UN, ion, 21, 35, 44, 54, 60, 74. Let me do this again. 21 and 14 is 35, and 9, 44, 54, 59, 69, 73, Union Jack coming together. And where does this all come from? I'm going to tell you where it all comes from if you want to know where it all comes from. It all comes from because those are words that match the numbers. That's it. And other words that match it is student is always represented in the game of craps. They're always coming out and going, yo, Alev, yo, Alev. And yo is Earth and Mars memory coming together. When they throw the dice, and if it shows up 6 and 5, it's a one-time roll. You won't get paid if you're on any of the place monies, unless it's the come-out roll where you're going to get paid right away, but the no come, you lose your money right away. 7 come 11, the gateway or the student. Let's see what comes out. And here's the roll, and we have C and E. Any craps? 1 and 2, 1 and 1, or 11. Any craps? 11 craps. So why does the 11 come in with the 1 and 2, where the 11 is a 1? The 11 means the opposite of 1 and 1 and 1 and 2, and they're barring the 12, but they're only barring the 12 for one side, but not the other, meaning that if you play any craps, you'll lose your money if the 12 comes up, but you don't get paid in a certain element, and I don't remember what that element is. So now that we did 2, 3, and 4, I wanted to do 8, 7, and 6, but I'm going to do it on another page. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. He burnt his buns on a candlestick. So we had the 2, 3, and 4 of 13. So we had 26, 39, and 52. And the reverse of this one, okay, is going to be the number 6, the number 7, and the number 8. So this one is 8 times 13 is 80 and 24. So this is 80 and 24. Right away we have communication, and 80 is in 4 parts. 20, 20, 20, 20. I'm not really sure which way the 20 goes, because the 20 might be, let's say 1 is the 21, 3, 7, and 9. Or if I wanted to go in between here, that also is 2, 4, 6, 8. So that is my (2020), and that's one of the designs, one of the first designs that the Mayans came out with, besides the one, and 2 coming together. And when you see 1 and 2, the opposite of the 1 and 2 also looks like 5 and 1. So that this would be the Mars creation through Mercury and Venus. And where they took that and they created moons to have Lunas, Phobos, and Deimos. And so I've never heard my phone say anything before, but I'm going to check out my phone now. I think my phone shut off. Just give me a second. Even for these 3 moons, because that's very interesting. My phone never does that, and I want to know why it did it. So just give me a second. My phone's upside down. Okay, no idea what just happened. No idea what just happened. Okay, so we're going to go back here and finish this video off. So we have these moons over here, and these are the moons, and it's almost telling me that you have a USB key because of the bus and the Lunas. You have USB keys all plugged in and collecting information. So this is how I see it, and this part over here would be 7 times 13 is 91, or it would be 21 and 70. This would be 80 and 71, and this would be 91. So this runs in the spirit of creation through the skies of Saturn. There's other words that go along with it. And this number 6 over here, it would be 60 and 18. So this is where the resident angel comes in. He has absolutely no life, no gateway, no heaven, but the heaven is inside his creation. And his birth is through the woman. All zeros equal 6. Woe, 38. Man, 28. And the power in the moon. Controlling the oceans. And you are born in the water of your mother. Controlled the birth cycle in the moon. This is so far of what everything we were told in life. Am I on this right now? Max News, send it or post it. You can post it here. I don't mind if you want. So we went along and we did this. Woman is 66, and the beer, I think 66 is the point we're in. So this one over here, this one over here is also 78, and this is where you get the G and H, the gateway to the spirit, and the 9 life communication of the cat and the 4 areas. And I say that is because 70 in French is 60 and 10. 104 is 80 and 24. This 60, okay, and 18 comes together. This is a division, these two. The 18 over the 21 are the 2 sides of roulette. It's the flip side. If you have 18 here, you flip it, you have 21 here. Unless the flip, right, and I've said this before, is a twist and turn flip, where this is the front, and I'll flip it. You see where this is on this side? If the number 18 was here, I'll flip it and it'll go here. Now 18 will be over here, but looking the other way. Here's this side looking at it on the right. I turn it this way, now it's on the left. So that would mean either 18 would now be over 19. And then on this side, 16 would be over 21. And 17 would still be over 20. And if you add them all up, it'll be 37, 37, 37, or 1, 1, 1, or 21 and 10 equals to 31. Or my 13, the same way we started out the situation. Are you following me? 17, 18, 19 coming together. 2 sides of the board, a Tetris piece. Should we be adding Tetris into this next? Max News. Not really sure where I want to go with this next. So we did one side. I spoke to you number 78,
And number 1778 is funny. Well, obviously it's 6 times 13, then it's 91, then it's 104, and then it's 9 times 13. We don't do the 9. 9 times 13 equals to 90, and 27, which is your birth to win a big red sun, which is the rotation. Which is your rotation. This will create your 14 and 9. It will tell the story, win a big red sun, your DNA to birth, number 14 and the birth. We had a number before. Anytime you see these three numbers together, it's always the birth. It is the cube. It is the moon. It is a connection to the Mayan cycle on one part. I like to split things in four. 5760, 5760, 5760, 5760. $288 splits everything. Times 4 equals to 23040. I have to remember why I did that, so we're just going to leave that out for now. It has to do with the 25,920 divided by 5760 equals to 4.5. Okay, I don't want to talk about this right now. I lost my thoughts about what I was doing there. We did do this where 18 was over 21 and 16 was over 19. We twisted it back. Now 18 goes over the 19 and 16 goes over to 21. And we end up with all 57s. I feel like I'm rushing right now. I wanted to get it a little bit further than this. And then in this wheel, 9 and 30, 39, 26 and 11, 37. 11 and 20, 11 and 20 is the first ones that don't match. Okay, it stops by number 7. Let's put that pitchfork here. 7 and 32 is 39. Okay, you notice 30 and 7 is 37. 30 and 9 is 39. 32 and 5 is 37. 5 and 34 is 39. So the whole wheel around, every second number is 37 and 39. Whole roulette wheel. The other side is telling a different story. I did some videos on it already. Hopefully you can find them if you're interested. So we finished on this number 1 bit that I was doing. Now I just want to start off to show you what I would do at number 2. Number 2 is B. Number 11 is K. And number 20 is T. So we would have 0, 2, 11, and 20. And I would do the same scenario. If I would change it, I would change it like that. So that'd be 88, 98, 99, and this would bring Jupiter into play. And Jupiter is a split and a wedge. And the way I look at this is you split something in half, but you keep it connected together, and then you have two sides. One side here, and then one side here, but it's divided between the two sides. And because that's what this is telling me, pi says to split it up. Split it up in 3, keep the vision of Earth, and the Jew part is the wedge inside of it, and right away you have your fleur de lis. Anyways, that could be my own vision. What I do like is when you get to D, because it becomes Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV, which is 041322. Anyways, I'm a little tired. I'm not sure if I got anywhere with this video. No, but that's okay. Max News, Hunter Bear. That's okay. Jack Be Nimble. It's a bummer. And it's a bummer that I'm tired and I'm not putting enough information together. I've been out of the house a lot. What a crazy summer it was. I want to thank you for being here. If you think there's something I should be doing a little bit more, something different, looking into something different, thinking about something different. Right now, I'm hoping that in the next year or so, everybody has learned a big lesson and understands certain things about this world, this planet we live on.
in the area space we occupy, in the bodies that we are in, and the lives that we live. And the life is real. It's more real than just having a good time every moment of the day. But yet we have so many worries and problems that are put onto us through the network of disinformation and of starting. And it all started off by when we were born and what we were taught. That it's very confusing at this part in our life at any age, except when you're a little bit younger, you seem to be more open-minded as long as you're allowed to go out and take that chance. And that's what this life is all about. So when you're young, take your seatbelt off from your mind and go. Let your mind go. Not when you're driving a car, please put your seatbelt on. I don't believe in rules and regulations other than it is safety and it feels comfortable and it's lots of fun. And you can be disturbing somebody else's life that if your seatbelt wasn't on. Don't smoke in the car because that's not proper if there's anybody else in the car, and it could be disturbing. I don't know, things like that. But I want to just say peace and love and thank you. And this is the end of Sunday night. Let's see what comes forward. And we cannot have any corrections until all those who are sleeping wake up. Otherwise, all the corrections will be had to have again and again and again. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Give me a subject to do and I will do it. There's a lot of tiny little things still. I still want to go over what I did today. The number A has to do with the deck of cards, but the deck of cards also has to do with the sun and freedom, because you have to count the 52 cards and the 2 jokers make it 54, and the 1 explanation card that is the 55th card that's usually in the shoe. And you have a shoe and you have everything in it. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Before I let it go, I just want to see how dark it is in here. Let's see how dark it is. What did the lights do tonight? No different than any other night, right? What is that shuddering that we always see on our screen? My lights aren't shuddering like that. See the red? It's going to turn black. See the way it turns black? When I put on my green light, the red turns black. See, it's red and yellow. Okay, what does it say here? Thank you, Hunter. Thank you. I can feel your peace in your heart. You know, it's funny when whomever you are, when you choose words, when we type, when we write, sometimes it can be, can I say, misconstrued or misunderstood. And then other times, just by one chosen word specifically placed in a phrase or a sentence, can actually send over a feeling. So thank you very much. Peace and love. Have a good night. I'm going to see if I can whiz up something else, because in every aspect of life, hey, 18-wheeler driving a truck, 4-wheeler in a car, tricycle with or without the motor. We have 18 wheels. We have 22 wheels. We have wheels that lift up. We have fat wheels and small wheels. We have air brakes and we have oil brakes. What is this earth riding on? And where are we going? And we need to see the new world coming in. The digital world in this world is taking over our analog world. And the further we go away from nature, the less we will be connected to nature until it turns all around again, because we run life in a cycle. Which planet are we on? Thank you for watching this video.